Okay, this is just a quick look at the weekly prep for the week. Not much has happened since last week. What you're looking at now is just basically a condensed composite profile of the balance that we've seen since the end of month. That's April end of month breakout high. And we've basically been balancing out really nicely, and I kind of put a post out today saying this is how I would use composites. I just basically looking for areas of overlapping balance, and I just kind of stick it all together, and that will give me a bit of clarity as to what the main points that I'm looking for the oncoming sessions. In this case, this is the balance we've had since the breakout. I've included the breakout end of month. We've got this huge tail at the bottom and a tiny little tail at the top. At the moment, we are balancing after a good a 2-week rally from the lows, and the market has now gone into a more condensed regime. It's just balancing. We're finding sellers at the extremes and buyers at the lower levels as well, lower level extremes. And now this is the crunch week. We've got some really important data, so really worth us focusing to see how that how that data might influence what we're doing going forward. So let me just put this up for you. So these are some of the questions we're going to be asking. This is the area of balance we're trading. We're going to have a look at those profiles individually as well. But basically, I've just got some questions we want to be asking. So now we've covered the 50% mark, which is 55.30-ish. Yeah, 55.30, 32. And now the question is, can we take can we take another key level, which is going to be the 200-day moving average. That's up at 58.70. Now we're in balance, so we're aware of that environment we're in, so caution. We've got inside day from Friday as well, we'll have a look at that as well. So these are basically just key things that we're focusing on for the week, and I'll have a look at the profiles and go through some of my prep. What I'm looking for early on in the week to trade. Okay, I've also put a link for the economic calendar for you guys to go and have a look at. So the key things we're waiting for are CPI Tuesday, which precedes the PPI on Thursday. Normally with this data, it's the first one that tends to really be the mover. They kind of follow each other a little bit too. So we're going to be probably not doing too much into the CPI on Tuesday, but we're gonna keep an open mind. Okay, so let me just break out of this and go and have a look at the weekly. This is basically what I base all my decision making on a Monday. So in this case, we can have a look last week. This is the area that we balanced. This is the weekly profile. These were the areas that we were kind of focusing on, and we can see we just basically kissed that that VWAP at 95, I thought it was, but now it's moved to 96. Okay, and basically where do we find sellers? Another area where we're really keenly looking at, which was basically April highs and this value area low. So basically all we've done is just basically balance, but most of the business is being done. We find sellers above the prior week settle, which was at 06. So you can see now we've got a value area high that's been created at 06, 07, and we've got a value area low down at 35.36. So this little area here is quite important. And we're just looking to see whether or not Friday's inside day break, and I'm going to open just, this is Friday's profile. It looks a bit messy. I'll try and make it a bit clearer for you guys. We're going to see if Friday's inside day, should it break, does it then go on to take out the extremes of last week? Does it create is this a driving force for us to take out last week's extremes at the high at 41? If we can't make it above this 06 level, Friday's highs almost 50, the highs are 57, 06, 010 up there. If we can't take those highs out, then I'm expecting us to fall back and take out the low extremes from Friday, and that could be the driver for us to then go and revisit and have a look the week's low at 55.95. Okay, those are the first questions I'm asking for. I'm not running ahead of myself. Once that happens, I've set out levels below and above, kind of targets, looking around about a couple hundred points worth of range. After last week, things seem to be calming down a little bit with the VIX dropping as well, but can still expect a couple of hundred points worth of range, I think. So only questions I'm asking on Monday, Tuesday, CPI, is whether or not the inside balance breaks to the downside. That's Friday's profile. That's Friday's profile, sorry. That's Thursday's profile that we're inside. Whether or not we break Friday's extreme to take out Thursday's extreme, or whether we take out Friday's low to take out Thursday's low, which then drives us lower. So either of those two break, up or down, I'll be looking for continuation or reversal back into value. And just to make it clearer, I've put it down on a nice presentation. This is as much for me as it is for you, as is this video. So basically, I've kind of highlighted in big circles, these are the extremes of Friday, and these are the inside day that we're inside. This is the weekly value area that we're currently inside. We're bang on the weekly POC 56.77. So I am just going to be asking myself those questions. Should we progress or higher from Friday's high? This is where I'll be looking to go. We're looking to take out that high that we set last week as well, 41. This would bring us back into a bullish bias. Where are we looking to target? Well, you can see I've got a nice big target up here. This 58.15 is really nice. Should we continue progressing? These are kind of the lines where I'll be looking at as well that I've marked out on my chart and also in my spreadsheet. Should we break the week to the downside? That's a nice level that we're going to be targeting, 55.50, but I think we'll probably go maybe a little bit lower, and maybe 54.50 is a target as well. That'd be pretty extreme, but we've got a lot of news pending from the US and China trade talks. Any negative, we're up on positive sentiment. Should we get any negative sentiment from that, then we could get a really big candle to the downside one of these days. So watch out for the news. That's the environment we're trading in right now, and that's all I'm really doing, really. I've put this out for you to review, have a look at. Hopefully what I've said makes some sense. If it doesn't, post some questions. If you like these videos, please like and subscribe. Really appreciate that. Makes me feel good about what I'm doing as well. Okay, right, that's it. Have a good weekend. Hopefully you've done your review as well, but this is just hopefully help you to compare notes with me. Okay, see you all tomorrow.